Council Rocks in the Dragoon Mountains in southeastern Arizona has a long human history. 1,000 years ago, Mogollon people lived here. We know this from the pictographs and metates they left behind. Then there were the Sobaipuri, and eventually, several hundred years ago, this was the area in which the Chokonen band of Apaches lived. For our hike to Council Rocks, we headed to Tombstone and then drove 10 miles west on Middle March Road before turning north on Forest Road 687. After 2.5 miles, we parked at the Slavin Gulch trailhead, where there's room for a few cars. Okay. Steve, our hike leader, has spent a lot of time out here, and he led us a quick 3 miles along this unnamed trail. The incredible rock formations along the way were made all the more interesting by Tom's knowledge of geology.
So that's green. This is all green. Light-colored, high silica. It's got a lot of quartz in it. What color would you call it? There's a feldspar in there that gives a pinkish cast. Beautiful stuff.
Once at Council Rocks, we took in their immeasurable history. Geronimo and Chief Cochise are the most well-known of the Apaches that used the Dragoons as their stronghold in their fight against the miners, ranchers, and settlers who moved into the Southwest during the westward expansion of the United States.
Here, right?
Oh, yeah, right there. In 1872, negotiations for the surrender of these Apaches were held near Council Rocks. Cochise agreed that his people would settle on reservation land set aside for them in the Dragoons and the Chiricahuas and the valleys between them. But he died 2 years later in 1874. The reservation agent, Tom Jeffers, was replaced in 1876. The treaty was broken and the reservation was closed. The remaining Apaches were moved to the San Carlos Reservation or escaped either to New Mexico or to Mexico. Finally, in 1886, Geronimo also surrendered. When I hike in this area, I always take a moment to stop and think of the people who were here before us. After looking at the pictographs and metates and, in the case of one unnamed hiker, taking a nap on the rocks, we headed back on a somewhat less traveled, no-name trail that was a bit closer to the base of the mountains. For about a mile, the trail was thick with thorny catclaw acacia. We ow-ow-owed our way back through the mile or so of that mess and finally made it back to our cars, most of us thinking that the next time we'd just return on the same trail we hiked in on.
Oh, that's awful.
And with a few casualties to the acacia, that was that on this 6-mile-long flat loop hike.
We're out of here.
I really hope you liked this hike and also enjoyed learning a little about the history of the Dragoons. If you did and you're looking for other hikes like it, click the links at the end of this video and I think you'll find a hike that suits you. And I'll see you on the next hike.